Record of Ragnarok is the goofiest anime ever. Spoilers. There are a lot of goofy anime out there. Pre-time skip One Piece, One Punch Man Season 3, Nokotan, Azumanga Daioh, Chainsaw Man, the original Fruits Basket. The point is, animes can get goofy sometimes. This can be from its production, story, or comedy. And it's great that the medium is so varied. But y'all, this level of goofiness cannot be understated. Everyone is sleeping on this. Sure, the animation on the first season was complete buns. Call it slop, call it trash, but to me, this is one of those you watch with your brains turned off, because the story carries hard. Also, shoving in your Greek god OC and acting like we wouldn't notice. Who is this? The term anime bullshit often gets thrown around. You know, the over-explaining, or the idea being based off of science and then going balls to the walls crazy. And Record of Ragnarok is just the pinnacle of that. I guess what turned a lot of people away, specifically the religious people, would be the, big elephant in the room, Blasphemy. This show is blasphemous as hell. I mean, look at this. How is the Hindu god of destruction going neck and neck with the world's best sumo? This shouldn't even be close. But to me, treat this as a work of fiction. Some fanfic you'd catch your dad writing. And you also gotta give props to the author Shinya Umemura, because they at least researched the backgrounds of these characters.
Though they did take certain liberties.
But we'll get into that, trust me. This fucking guy, bro. I haven't read it at all, and this is definitely an anime-only impression, but to me, Record of Ragnarok is similar to Dr. Stone. The moral of the story being humanity is awesome. Okay, what is this show about? Well, it's the end times, and all the pantheons of Earth have collectively decided to destroy it. One of the Valkyries stands up for reasons, and invokes a Ragnarok, a 13-round tournament with 1v1s of one man and one god, and to make it fair, the Valkyries act as weapons for the humans to even it out. With a bit of rage baiting, they accept. After watching the first season, you get a general layout of the show, downtime between fights so we see what the Valkyries and the gods are up to, introduction of a match, backstory of both sides during the match, the winner, grieving, and then rinse repeat. Of course, there's some background story going on, and from what I've deduced, spoiler, Odin is shady as shit, Buddha is a detective, and Hildy wants her mans out. Free up Siggy. Okay, so elephant in the room, how does a man kill a god? With some pantheons it's relatively easy, but at the same time, scaling. Like, the fucking scaling on this shit, bro. Thor once drank a third of the ocean. Shiva can do a dance which ends the world. And we have Satan versus Nikola Tesla. This shouldn't be close. Well, the Valkyries act as a kind of level playing field. By acting as a weapon or boon, a Volander, strengthening what the human desires and giving them somewhat godly strength, it becomes level. Just don't question it. Or just don't question it, don't think too hard about it, just fucking go with it. Season 1 is kind of tame, the first fight being between Adam and Zeus. The idea Adam being made in God's image, making the fight neck and neck, just go with it. Meanwhile, Season 3 we have Beelzebub versus Nikola Tesla. If you couldn't tell, I still can't get over this. What? 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 These fights, I understand. Right, these people are fighters, they fight, that's what they do. But Nick Tesla, fucking Daddy Grok, bro. I mean, he does got that shit on though. Who doesn't love a good mech suit? The two fights which really got me into it was my goat Buddha versus Zerofuku, and my goat Qin Shi Huang versus Hades. Side note, I got my sister to watch this anime and she waited 4 months only to find out her goat Hades got bested by my glorious king, my goat. You have no idea how the switch flipped, and I went from not caring to yelling, not my goat at the TV every time the Buddha got hit. I think it's because Buddha is voiced by Japanese Gojo, and Chin also sounded like Gojo. And that's the reason I got into any of this. I thought the backstories were BS, but over time they grew on me. What do you mean they treated you like shit after he saved them? How dare they? So sad the Buddha's big brother died. So sad the... It's like I can still hear his voice.
I'm right here.
That's another thing. When they talk about characters dying in like the flashback, they're right there in the stands watching. So it's kind of stupid, but just go with it. The fights, as stupid as they are, do make thematic sense. Like Beelzebub and Tesla are both mad scientists. Hades and Chin are both kings. Apollo and Leonidas are both prideful, etc. The bad. Obviously, there are issues with this show, if you want to be like that. Season 1 was a slideshow and somewhat unwatchable. I believe it's because the studio at the time was new to making action animes. Also, probably a lot of money was spent... I believe it's because the studio at the time was new to making action animes, and also probably a lot of the money was spent on the cast. Like, what do you mean Hermes is Sukuna? Dog, what? And Hildy is Jolene? The fan service is also pretty horrendous, even though it's just Aphrodite. Can we just slime this chick and move on? She doesn't provide anything to the fights and just sits there and jiggles. It's like it's a white woman jump scare whenever it cuts to her. Finally, I guess the representation of cultures, religions, deities, and historical accuracy. I don't think the show or manga claimed to be 100% lore accurate. Also, how would a one true god work in something comprised of every pantheon? The backstories from what I've seen are like pretty close to what they were originally, except for when they aren't. Look, I'll be real with you. Sometimes the author just makes shit up, and I guess we just have to go with it. As a history student, seeing Jack the Ripper portrayed as an old, misunderstood twink instead of the more likely rich surgeon he probably would have been if the Victorian police weren't busy trying to take photos of his ghost through the victim's eyes, or just ruling out the idea he was a rich man who could have killed these people because, oh good lord, a rich man couldn't kill all these people. Then at the same time, this backstory gives him homophobia in his eyes and explains the cool anime bullshit, so just go with it. Also, Nostradamus is a femboy? What? Don't even get me started on this guy. Who the fuck is he? Who is this? I googled him. He's just a guy from the Trojan War. Why is the author's OC a part of the Greek pantheon? Like, you just thought you could shove him in there and no one would notice? Lucifer isn't evil. Beelzebub is the devil. Hades just really loves his brothers and nothing else apparently. Why is Zeus so old despite him being the youngest out of the three? Do you see what I mean? If I gave a shit, I would just not watch the shit at all. But it's just so goofy that I just don't care. Fuck it, we ball. Yes, Qin Shi Huang beats Hades. Yes, Nikola Tesla gets a cool CGI mech suit. Yes, the Buddha is just goated like that. Yes, Sasaki Kyojuro mops the floor with Poseidon. Apollo is just that guy. Hopefully, this has convinced some of you to watch Record of Ragnarok or despise it with every fiber of your being. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe.
Yeah, so I was editing it and then jump scare. She's watching.